I spend my day in the cold loading trucks and I get a phone call and say, hey, can you come help me?
Good morning. Larry, he's hauling grain. Dad and I have a meeting with our grain marketer this morning, so I really don't remember what time that is. Getting ready to go in here to the office and find out. And then, yeah, so probably hauling grain again.
He's hard at work this morning already? Yes, sir.
Change of plans. Don't you love it? Our meeting, guys just called. He's running about 30 minutes late, so we ran over to the grain bins. We're going to load up the truck that Larry just got back, so we're going to load up the other truck. That way he's got full trucks the whole time we're in that meeting. Shouldn't take long. We're using the side draw.
Eventually we'll be able to load out with that.
But not right now. Pull up just a little bit, about 2-3 feet. Whoa.
We got a full bore now. First time I've ever used the side draw. We've loaded out of it a few times, but I've never ran it. So, this is way faster than using an auger. We can load this truck in about 5 minutes. That's pretty nice. The way a side draw works is this pulley has a door on it. Pulley's chain opens the door. There's just a hole right here. So it's all gravity fed. Doesn't use any electric that way. So it's very efficient and extremely fast. So I like it. In fact, what we're probably going to do when everything is plumbed in, all the bins are plumbed into the legs, we'll probably transfer all the corn into this bin and just use it like a gigantic holding bin. That's kind of our plan. It wouldn't take any extra electric to do that. I mean, we're loading out with the downspout. We still got to run it into the legs. So we're just going right into here. Just a big holding bin that way. And just like that, it's loaded.
It'd be a lot easier to do with that with both hands. But how are you going to hold the camera? Air-conditioned pants wasn't the greatest idea. All right, grain marketing meeting's over. Got me a nice new coat from Leased Mercantile. Thanks, Doug. And now I get to drive a tractor up to Washington Courthouse. Don't worry, it's not the new one. It's the baby Challenger, like I said in the last video. That is a lease return, so I am taking it back up there. But first, sorry, BJ, I took all the coffee. Yep, this thing is going back. This will be the last ride in the 465. We just don't use it enough. Originally, we were going to purchase this tractor after the lease, but it's not getting used enough. One of the main reasons we wanted to keep it was the loader. Well, that little Massey has about the same size loader. It might even be a bigger loader than this. Same reach, so yeah, we're sending her back. So if anyone's looking for these things like 110 horsepower with pretty low hours on it, been taken pretty good care of, contact Jason Rogers at Ohio Ag in Washington Courthouse, because that's where it'll be, I think. Actually, maybe not. They might have it. I don't know. Dad, he had to take my mother to a doctor's appointment. They're actually at the doctor right now. I'm going to start heading up to a courthouse. They're going to pick me up, and yeah, should work out pretty good. It's not exactly a fun driving a tractor, but it won't be too bad. It takes like, courthouse is like 45 minutes. In a car, it'll take an hour and a half probably. It's a grain! So we might have a downspout after all here soon. And it looks like this 875 is leaving. It is going to its new home, I believe. Dr. Diabolical over there has a camera for the day, so maybe he can capture some of this footage. All right, made a pit stop. Got me a bag of beef jerky, so I guess we got a little road trip. We made it. We're here. Beat Dad. Hey. Be a good first tractor for BJ.
Yeah, would be one.
Just getting back over here. It appears that they got a section up right there of the downspout, and they've still got a few more to go. Basically, the way that's going to work, it's going to come straight down the tower for a little while and then come out to the drive-through.
Hey guys, so Larry and I have been hauling grain today out of our corn bins. I've been loading, Larry's been hauling, and while we've been doing that in the background, the millwrights and bin guys have been here finishing up our unload system. They've just about got the downspout from the leg completed. I would say tomorrow it'll be all in place. They'll still have 2 bins to tie together to the auger system. And then it's just a matter of our electrician getting all the motors wired in and everything. I would say, I don't know, I've never been around this kind of operation before, but hopefully by Thursday we'll be able to unload out of at least 2 grain bins through the leg.
You can tell he's new.
Which will be kind of nice. That means we can park the little auger that we've been using and hopefully save a ton of time.
Cargill's pretty well closed, so Dad and I ran down the road. We actually farmed for this person that lives here, and seen this in the driveway a couple of years ago when he was coming here to harvest. And I remember seeing it thinking, man, that's just like Dad's first tractor. Year-round cab on it, a 4020 John Deere. We got to looking at it, got to talking to the guy that owns it. He said where he found it at. We're about 99% sure this is Dad's first tractor that he bought brand new in 1968. So we're checking it out, doing our best to get it to the farm, trying to buy it, but still working on that part. Yeah, it'd be pretty cool to have that at the house. I know a bunch of you wanted us to get a John Deere this year, so this might be it. You know, just like old times.
Yep, that's that sticky stuff that's on it. I got see if I can find the serial. There's the tray.
So it's got all the options that you put on.
That was part of it. I think that's standard. But differential right there. By God, I just about bet this is. Yep. If I can find the serial number.
Yeah, just back to the house now. But yeah, I really hope we can get that tractor, get that here. I don't know. I think that's really cool. If you haven't noticed, I like old cars. I like old trucks. Kind of like old tractors, but the fact that one used to be my dad's means, I don't know, that's really cool to me. So yeah, hopefully we can get that here. We do have a 4020 right here. And basically the only reason we have this tractor is because Dad wanted a 4020 because that was his first tractor. We don't use this very often. Every now and then it gets put on small bush hog, stuff like that. But I will run our grain vacs. But we would probably be trading this tractor for that one. I've talked to the guy. He does want something to bush hog with. That's what he does with that tractor. So this tractor's in pretty good shape. But yeah, I'd gladly trade it to get that one. So yeah, hopefully that happens fairly soon. All right, now I gotta go finish the tractor video that you guys it was probably my last video that was out. Definitely botched part of it, so I gotta go do that now. And then we will get back to finishing this video. Alright, just got done finishing that video up. Park this thing in the building. Dax, did you approve of the tractors? Do you like them? Which one's your favorite one?
This one.
What about the 2 red ones?
Yeah.
We'll call them the Sassy Massies. You say Sassy Massy?
This.
Say it.
Nasty nasty.
Perfect. Nailed it. Good morning. A little windy. Good day to hang downspouts. Gee there. She might actually start today. This morning I'm going to be helping Larry haul some corn. It's supposed to start raining tomorrow. We got 15 more loads to haul, so Try to make some progress on that. Now they've just about got our downspout and everything tied in together on the grain bins, so I do need to get a few loads out of the center of this bin. Right now we're just pulling out of the side draw, so might save a couple loads, or we might, if we can haul them all day, we probably will just circulate that grain or something. It's cold. These trucks usually don't warm up until about, I don't know, an hour, like the heater. So you freeze to death for a while, and then it'll get so hot in here, eventually I'll probably have one of the windows down. Yeah, at least nobody's here. I've seen this place in the first week of January look just like harvest. Everyone always has January contract. Usually there's a pretty good carry over to January. Most people don't want to sell stuff till after the first of the year for tax reasons, so yeah, usually January's a pretty crowded month in here. Alright, just got our ticket. Looks like we were 14.9 on moisture, which that's just about perfect. 15's dry here. Anything over 15, they start docking. So good there. Test weight on this corn, 59.3, so not bad there. 1% dockage. I don't specify what that was. A little on the hefty side, but still legal. In Ohio, there's actually an overage allowance on certain months, so we are still within legal weights. Coming in here backwards than the way we usually do, but it's a little easier to make that big turn when you're empty than when you're loaded. Now during the last load, I lost electric to the trailer, so my doors and tarp didn't work. Got them fixed, now they're not working again, so I don't know if I'm going to replace that battery, if we didn't get something tight or what, but I don't have any electric on the trailer. Perfect. The last piece of the loadout's going in up there. Hot dang. Guess we got the magic touch. Yeah, while we're out, might as well see if Brother BJ's got some coffee. Get that pipe up there. While they're here, they are going to connect these other string of bins to that leg, and everything will be done over here. That's disappointing. No coffee, but I did find lunch.
Brian likes to point out how I am not a big fan of height, and there's no denying that, but I'm, I don't know, 20, 25 feet up right now. Doesn't bother me. I'm not a big fan of going any higher than this, though. No thanks.
Well, looks like the luck played out. Seems like every day that we haul in here, it'll be fine in the mornings, about 2 o'clock. I think it's right at 2 o'clock right now. First line of the day.
All right, guys, as you can see, we've been unloading and hauling corn all week over here at the grain bins. A little after 4 o'clock on Wednesday, and Brian and Larry don't know it yet, but we are done loading out here. Not done hauling, but done here for the time being.
All right, good news. We're done hauling for the day. I think we either hauled 12 or 13,000 bushel. We had a 15,000 bushel contract, but I want to wait for the electrician to get those other 2 grain bins wired up to where they're tied in the leg. That way we can core those bins and make sure that's all keeping well. We don't have any more sold, I think, till March maybe. So don't want to take some in there and sell it at cash price. It's a little bit lower. So. But now we need to get that auger taken down and clean that corn up. It's supposed to start raining here tomorrow evening, I think. So I'm gonna do that now.
So there's not a ton of corn over here in the boot, but my idea is we'll sweep it up, put it in the plastic boot. Brian's gonna bring the skid steer over here to move the auger. We'll throw the boot in the bucket of the skid steer, dump it in the pit, And once our leg's up fully operational for unloading, we'll just kick everything on and load it out with the next load that comes out of here. How you don't move one of these. Pro operator.
Well guys, that's it for this one. I promise you tomorrow won't go near as smooth.